Hi, this is Allie from Allie Cat's Crafts. I'm here to bring you another video on the fluffy squirrel. Now, my friend Lori gave this to me along with a punch, and I've been having fun with it. So I've come up with three more cards to do with this. These will be pretty quick, I think. And I'm going to use some DSP this time with it. And I think it'll be really cool. I think you'll like them. They're going to be birthday cards, of course. And the stamp set is cool. It says, "Go nuts, it's your birthday. Can't wait to see you again. May we gather in happiness." And it has the squirrels. This one you punch out, whichever one you do first. It's a layering one. You punch it out with the punch. This one, if you want it on there, you can fussy cut it or stamp it directly on there. It has a tree stump, acorn, sorry, a present, and a cute little flower, and some little designs on that. It's pretty cool. I like that little background, whatever you want to do with it. It's pretty cool. Oh, I also realized that this, if you stamp on the top of your acorn, it makes a design. I didn't know that until I was fooling around. The other things I'm going to bring into this project is I'm going to stamp this little present and color it. As you can see, I've done two, but I thought that I fussy cut it. So I did this and I thought I would color one in front of you. Okay. Then I also, on the other fluffy thing, I stamped this out on DSP and then fussy cut them out. That's going to go in the squirrel's hand. Okay. I picked a sentiment out of this particular one. I always am looking for birthday things, so I'll just go search. I look on Amazon, anywhere I can find them. The one that I'm going to use says, "Your birthday is the perfect opportunity to remind you what a wonderful person you are." But there's a whole bunch of sentiments. That's what I like about it. Thinking of you on your birthday and wishing you everything happy. Wherever the year heads, where the year head takes you, I hope it is happy. So there's many really good sentiments in this. You know, I think I found this on Amazon, but sometimes the stamp sets don't give you much to go with. And I want to put something more in there because I'm not a big writer. So the first card we're going to make is this one, will be this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I brought in the DSP from, let me look at the name. Hold on one second. I have it written. I have it over here. It's the one from Gathering Together. And it has all kinds of paper in here. I'll just kind of give you a quick view. I've used up some of it on different cards. So that's the front and back of that one. That's the front. And then I use this one a lot. And then that's the back of that one. And there's that one with that back. And that one has a little bit different back. So you can see I don't remember. I think there's 6 and 3 of each one, or it doesn't say on here, but I love it. I've used a lot of it already. So that's the paper I picked to use to make these 3 cards. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I have a basic beige card base, 11 inches by 4 1/4. I have one piece of the DSP that's 3 inches by 4, and it should be 4 1/4, but I cut it at 4 1/2. I don't know why, but I'll cut it down. And this one's 2 inches, and then this one is 2 inches also. And then I cut out some circles, and I use these dies. And Stampin' Up! Has these dies, but these are not from Stampin' Up! Because I had bought these from another company before Stampin' Up! Even sold them. So I took this die and I die cut it. But look on the Stampin' Up! Website if you want them, because I know, and I don't remember the name of it, and that's what that one is. And then I just took the circle and I cut this one. Okay? On the other cards, I use the same dies, but I use them different ones in different ways. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to take your card, and let me get my paper cutter. I almost forgot. And you're going to take part of your 11 inch, and you're going to take off So I look right here, and I'll go by that. So I'm going to go take, I think it was 2.5 inches. I forgot to measure. Sorry. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's whatever you want. So we'll take off 2.5 inches from the top. Now, if you want, you could take and do that, which I might do. I think I might change up this card a little bit. I'm going to change it up. In most cards, whenever you do something like that, what you do is you take and you put a layer there, and then you put other layers on it like that. But we're not doing that, but I might still do it. So the next thing I'm going to do is, you know that ripping technique? I don't know if you ever heard it, where you take this, I'm going to rip it, basically. So it's going to be really cool when it's done. So I'm going to just start ripping this, just like that, okay? And then I'm going to, oh, I forgot to cut these down. Hold on. This is important, because if they're too big, then it just won't work. So remember, this is 4 1/4 inches wide. And I need to cut this at 4 1/4 so that it'll work better. So I'm not trimming at the last minute. Okay, so 4 1/4. And 4 1/4 for that one. Put these in there together. And this will be lifted up more. 4 1/4. Okay, now they're the right size. Toss that in my trash. So we're not going to use that one right now. Oops, my stuff's getting messed up here. So that's going to eventually be glued right there. And then you're going to take and you're going to rip this one. You're going to see it's really a neat card when it's done. So this is where you can rip two sides. Is that the right way? Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. I had to think about it there for a second. So I'll rip that one. So now you're going to glue this one up here, and then you'll take this one and you're going to glue it down, and then this one will meet up at the bottom, leaving just a little space, kind of like that. Make sure I do it right. I think it's about right there. There. I didn't do it one before, but I knew what I was going to do. So that's the design you're looking for. So let's start by getting my glue. And we will glue this up here like this. Make sure it's nice and even on the card. So I'm matching it up just like that, okay? Then, so I want to make sure I leave the right amount of room for this one. See, I just want it just peeking out a little bit. So I want to take and glue this. Just a little bit different of a card than I normally do. I thought it'd be kind of fun. I like to do different techniques. So there's that one. I'll put some glue on this one. And I'll bring it up into it where I want it. Line up on the sides, of course. And it's pretty cold here today. Not too bad, but it's cold. Cold for me, I should say. So I'll set these aside because I can use those for something else. The next step you want to do is I have this cute little ribbon here, and I'm going to glue it right across the front middle. So it goes right like that, okay? However, I think I need to bring this back in. That's what I had the extra piece for. Never mind, I just remembered what I needed that piece for. So I'm going to get my tearing tape, which is right, I think this one. Okay. Let me get my bone folder. Bring that around the edges. And it looks like it's already pulling off. There we go. So I'll put this on my card. Make sure it's straight. Okay. Bring it around. There we go. Now I'm going to put some glue on this because we don't want that ribbon and stuff showing up on the other side. So I will take this. I'll put it right about there because I want the ripped edge to show. That's the whole idea. So there we go. So that's the front of the card so far. Now I've already done the squirrel, and I could go over that one more time, but I'm not going to right now because I got to make sure I have enough time. So this and this is going to be layered just like this. It's going to go about right there, and the squirrel is going to sit there. But I first need to get out my pecan pie and my scratch paper with my Stampin' Paris mat. Set that aside and that aside. Oops, my presents are falling everywhere. And I'm going to get out this cute little design. And this is what I want to do. I'll stamp off and stamp on. Off. I'm just going to randomly do it. There's no rhyme or reason. I could even go an extra one there. It is pretty dark, so I think can't really go wrong with that. So there we go. There's our background. Just a fun little background. Okay? Put that aside. Gotta clean off my ink. Okay. And I got ink on my fingers already. How about that? That's not unusual for me, right? That's not true. Because I get ink on me all the time. That's how I roll. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, I really like this card. I can only put pieces on it and try and figure out how it's going to look. I didn't know how it was actually going to work until I started doing it. I'm going to glue this in the middle of my circle. Like that. And my little squirrel is going to be right here. And he has to have a present in his little paw. He's going to go take a present to his friend. I think it might be his, I don't know, let's just say girlfriend. Could be his sister. I don't know. So that's how it's going to go. So let's take and glue him down. Right here. Oh, wait. I forgot his stump. Where's his stump? I stamped and did a stump, and I almost forgot about it. He needs to sit on a stump. There we go. Poor guy. He almost sat flat on the ground. There we go. So there's our squirrel. So now we're going to get the dimensionals out, which I'm not sure my other ones are. I'll just get another one out. My friend Lori sent me these dimensionals, and I say thank you every time. Sent me a bunch of these for myself and my seniors, which I'm very happy that she sent them. So I'm going to put them on the back. Just to lift this up so it looks, gives them more character. So they have this really neat stamp on Stampin' Up. And it's a background. It's called Linen. And I ordered it and I got it. And then I set it somewhere in my craft room. I started making a bunch of cards. I don't know where I put it. That's what I was going to do on the background up here. So I ended up not doing anything. So here's the card right there so far. Now, I'm going to do the inside, which is going to be pretty cool when you're done. Just watch. You'll like it. So I have to put another squirrel on the inside. So that's why I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and get these done. And then you can see how I do it this way. So I'm going to stamp his friend on the inside. But I need to do one thing first. I need to make the ground. So let's make the ground. This ink is going to get in my sleeve of my sweatshirt, and I'm going to be very upset. I almost put my card in it too. So I'm going to stamp the ground. Let's go off one and on. Just kind of do a nice long ground here. There we go. I'll clean that in a minute. So now we're going to grab our stamp for the girl. And she is going to be standing right here on the ground. Okay. Let's see if she shows. Just her feet. That's what I wanted. That's perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to grab the pecan pie and get the other part of her. And this is the part that takes a while to get her just right. You have to look over it and make sure that she's in there and just go down slow, match up the feet, match up the ears and the tail. Because if you don't, she doesn't turn out good. And we're putting it directly on here, so I always want it to turn out pretty good. So there she is. Oh, she's so cute. I love that squirrel. So you can just see her feet. You know something's going on back there, right? Well, guess what? There's a little present. Let's put the present up a little higher. I need to do some more background here because I don't want to show in the card yet. So let me get that little background stamp. Let's get this ground a little higher above there. So it's sitting on something, you know what I mean? Okay. So now, put the present right about there so it's right at her hand's length. Aw. I have to go a little higher, don't I? I don't want it to be floating. That's the thing. There we go. Okay. One more little stamp above it. One more, and it'll be done. There we go. So now we're going to glue her little present that she received right here. And we like in her paw. What if a squirrel has a paw? I know dogs and cats do, but I think she does. We'll go with that, right? So there it is. So the next thing I want to stamp is, where's it at? It's right over here. I have everything laid out. Let's see. Here it is, go nuts. So, oh shoot, I didn't leave enough room. It's not going to go on the front then. Let's just do it in here then. Line it up straight as you can. Go nuts. It's your birthday. I almost messed it up. Okay, let's do this. Double check it. Got ink on my finger. Not a good thing. Okay, put this down right about there. Hold it down and lift it up. going out, it's your birthday. Your birthday is the perfect opportunity to remind you what a wonderful person you are. And that's a cute card. I really like this one. So now we need to get out some eyeballs for him. Well, let me close this ink first. I know what will happen if I don't. Okay. Let's get a few of these out. I'll set them right there so I don't have to get them out later for the other little squirrels. Sticking to my fingers. So let's put an eyeball right there. And you know what? I'm going to put an eyeball on her on the inside. I think she needs one. So let's just set this here so that they don't get stuck together. Okay, and then I'm going to close my glue. I'll wait a couple seconds to put the eyeballs on those two. And that will be card number 1. I just was sitting at home thinking, oh, I need to put DSP on there. So I thought, because I have all this DSP, why not use it, right? Because if you don't, then you just don't get the satisfaction of using it. I mean, I can't think of any other reason. So I'm going to grab them. I take a pick tool somewhere around here. Not sure where exactly. It's on my table. Oh, right here. Okay. Get this eyeball together. Look at those cute eyeballs. My friend Allie sent me these eyeballs. Well, sent me the diamond dots to make the eyeballs. So here's card number 1. Oh, I just love it. Look at her. She has her present. She's happy. And I pre-colored it so it won't take as much time. So that's card number 1. So we have number 2 working on. Move this stuff out of the way. This one's going to go a lot faster. So we have an inside piece, which I'm going to go ahead and start doing. I need to have this out again. God, I have to stamp my girl on there again. You know, it could be a guy this time. Maybe he's getting her. Or maybe she's getting him a present. So let's go with it. It's a guy this time. Why does the girl always have to get it? The guy could get it too, right? So let's put him right here. Oh, he is so cute. Okay, let's get the pecan pie out. We don't need that anymore. It's in the way. And we'll I always say this every time. Line up the feet, line up the ears. Take a look directly down on it, which I'm doing. Go down, and it's good. There he is. Oh, cute little guy. I think I was, no, that's okay. I wasn't off. I thought I was there for a second. So let's do a little bit of cute background for this guy. There we go. There's a little bit of ground. And we will stamp the same sentiment right up here. Okay. So that's the inside. Let's close up the ink. Take this out of the way. And I did that because in case I made a mistake with her, that's why I'm glued on the inside. In case I made a mistake with her, I didn't want to have to just do it again. Because I could always just turn this paper over, right? You have 2 sides every single time. Now, if you're not using Stampin' Up! Paper, you might not have two sides. Well, I know that for a fact because sometimes I use Hobby Lobby's white if I'm out of the other stuff. Well, I should say most of the time I do. But, okay, so there's that. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this on the front of the card. And the card is 5.5 by 8.5. This is 4 2/8 by 5 3/8. So it's just get like an 1/8 of an inch thing around the border, basically. So that's what I'm going for. Just as little border as possible. So now we're going to put this right here. Get it all lined up. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I am going to... Oh, I see. I did everything at 4.5, didn't I? Instead of 4 4. 4 1/4. I don't know why I was thinking I was doing that, but I did it. So we'll turn that down. And that's going to go... Oh, I need to go down a little bit further. Take out that little bit of a part of it off. Let's see. I want to go right there. Okay. Now we will glue this down. I'm going to put it straight across the middle-ish. There we go. And then that's going to be glued onto there. But I want to put on there, hold on. I need to drop them down so I can get the go nuts on there. Now I could just put it, let me see if there's enough room. Did I put it high enough? You know, I think I kind of want to put it, no, I don't want to. You know, I'm going to skip the go nuts this time. I'm just going to say, it's your birthday. So I need to clean off the stamp really good to do this. To make sure it gets done right. So then I grab my ink. This is you can either tape off the top, or if you're really careful and you look at it through there, you take and you just go like this. See how I'm doing that? Just go in there just like that. And only ink that. And you could do it. So put that in there. Just go way at the top. And stamp it down. See? It's your birthday. Well, the white didn't turn out because it got the hole, but that's okay. People know what it says, right? It's your birthday. Yes, it is. Oops. Put my hand in the ink again. Okay. So this time it's the girl squirrel. And she is, oh, look at how cute she is. We need to put a little background on there. But I think I'm going to do the leaves this time. Change it up, right? Let's do pecan pie. And let's get our scratch in here. Because you only want just a little bit. That's the whole idea behind this. Because it's just a background to set the scroll on. That's all it really is. So it's not so plain. That's the idea behind that. Okay, got a nice little background for her. And let's start gluing things together. And this will be the second card. Line it up. You notice how those little blank spots brought in the color. This is Cajun Craze, and it's from the DSP, the 12 by 12. So I'm going to glue that right there, but I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to put it on dimensionals again. I'm going to use full size because this is a big piece to put on. Okay, it's your birthday. Oh. Do I want to put twine on this? No, I know what I was going to do. I have my twine. And she is a girl, so she needs a bow around her neck. Giving her boyfriend some presents. Did I do the inside yet? I didn't put the presents in there yet, did I? Okay. My fingers don't want to work because it's cold, so it's hard to do things. Okay, there we go. Look at her bow. She's so pretty. Maybe she'll take her boyfriend to dinner for his birthday. He would like that. Here's her cute little bow. Let's tighten it up so it's not so big. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. There we go. There's her bow. Nice and big and beautiful. Look at how pretty she is. Let's put some dimensions on her too. Oops. Dropped it in my lap. Using up my edges. One right there. A little one by our bottom. Okay, and she's almost ready. Got a little bow on her head, around her neck. Let's put a little present in her hand. Put the string down there. Let me do this again. Doesn't seem like it's, there we go. There we go. So the paper I used for the present is this. It's some retired DSP. And I took and made it, I took and stamped out the present and then fussy cut it out. She is so cute. Okay. Let's put some eyeballs on these people, on these little friends. They're not people, but, you know, they're friends. Because if I don't do it, I'll forget. I blow on it, which I got a little glue right there. There we go. So here she is. Look at how cute she is. She's giving her present to him. Oh, and where's his present? Here it is. Right here. He needs his present, right? Okay, and it's right there. He wants to get it and open it up. He's so excited. He's going to go out to dinner possibly. We'll see, right? There's the second card. And now we're going to work on the last card. And here it is. Okay. Did I cut this one at 4.5? Nope, yes I did. let me cut this down to 4 1/4. I guess I already did. Didn't look like it there for a second. And this one is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And DSP is 4 by 5 1/4. And look at the pretty background of this one. I like this one. I have to do something with the fox paper. Still haven't figured out what I want to do, but I know what I want. I kind of know what I'm doing, but not really. If that makes sense. You get your ideas in your head and you figure out what's next. So now what I want to do this time is I have this piece of paper here that I'm going to bring in and glue it to that. Actually, I wanted the other side. It's supposed to match that. Darn, I grabbed the wrong side. Well, I'm going to have to go with what I got. No, I don't want it. I do not want that. I could just pull it off. And then, because I'm going to put twine over the top of it anyway, so it'll be fine. That's the look I wanted. There we go. Now I'm going to bring my twine in, which is right here. And I want to wrap it around a few times. So I'm going to take it and just wrap it and wrap it and stop. Like that. Bring it around. I'll tie it. Down the side. Into a bow. Like that. I want to go up and down just like that. Okay. So now we're going to glue that there because this circle is going to go right there. Oh, needs to go over a little bit, not quite where I want it. What's nice about this is you could take and just kind of scoot your paper like this, whichever direction, and just kind of move it around and move to the spot you want it. There we go. That's where I wanted it. Okay. So now I'll glue it down. Actually, no. Yes, I'm going to glue it down. No, I was going to dimensionalize it. That's what I was going to do. See, when you don't have a total plan in your head, but you know what you want to do, you know what it's going to look like, this is what happens. You go, oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Oh, yes, that's what I want to do. Sometimes I'll do one. I don't know exactly how it's going to look. Sometimes I don't. So these are all going to be birthday cards. And they're going to, with a little squirrel in it. It's a perfect masculine card or whatever. It could be a guy, from a guy to a girl to a guy. Well, right now, this one is from, I don't know if the boy or girl. I haven't decided. Get it about in the middle. Push it down. And we have our little squirrels paper. So it's going to go right there. Okay. Let's do our background for it. And this time I'm going to do dots with the pecan. All my little itsy bitsy things. You can tell this one's well loved. I took it to the seniors and they get ink all over it. I don't care. It still works, right? they have so much fun doing backgrounds and stuff. It's totally worth it. That's how I look at it. Okay, there's that. And by the way, this is black paper. I don't know. I think it's just called black. So I'm going to glue this in the middle. And I almost forgot to stamp it. Oh, let's put that back on there and stamp it. Okay. It's your birthday. It's perfect. I'm going to do the same thing. Just be careful. Just get in that top part. I know some people like to cut it apart. And I thought about doing that. But then I thought, no, I won't need it separately. And then just now I needed it separately. So silly me. Okay. So we'll glue this down. I'm sorry this video is going longer than I thought. I thought I'd be done by now. Should have stuck to just 2. But I was so excited. I wanted to do 3. You know how that is, right? So here we go. Get my dimensionals again. Put 4 of them on here. There's 4. Okay, it's your birthday. And let's put our squirrel on. Wait a second. I did not punch it out. I got the wrong one. Hold on. So this one's been stamped. Now we have to punch this person out, this little squirrel. That's how the punch works. This punch is amazing. I'm telling you. This whole set is just wonderful. So we'll put a little scroll right about there. It's your birthday. I like this card. Oh, I forgot to cut the inside piece. I will have some. I know I have some already pre-cut. Hold on. Let me look over here. I usually cut right over here in this little container. Here's one. Yeah, that'll work. That's perfect. So let's do some stamping real quick. We're getting tight on time, aren't we? I'm so sorry I'm taking so long. So we'll stamp her or him right there. And I'll get the other color out, the pecan pie. And stamp it with her little body. Get it all lined up. And you do the stamping of this squirrel a long time, you get pretty good at lining them up. Which is crazy. I never thought I ever would. Okay, let's give it a little bit of ground. Okay. And stamp the sentiment. For that, it's right here. Line it up. There we go. That's perfect. That looked pretty good. Okay, let's glue it on the inside. And all we have left to do is eyeballs. like using black paper sometimes, but not all the times, depending on the card. Because then you can do the white inside and just look how that stands out. It stands out so nice. So all of this looks really good, I think. And here's the present. And I will color it really quick and we'll glue it in and we'll be done. It's a very simple card. So I just take my markers that my friend Lori gave me. Thank you again, Lori. And nice small area. Color is very easy. And I stamped it in the Stays On, only for watercolors and water-soluble inks, not for the other inks that Stampin' Up! Has. So you have to be careful when you do that. So I think I'll make a red flower on the front. Go down the stripe. I'll do little red stripes, I think. What's nice is you can do it any color you want. So I stamped this out and then I fussy cut it and now we're coloring it together. I thought it would be a good thing if I colored it with you. One of them at least. That way you kind of see what I did. Okay, now see how easy that is? It just turns out so nice. I think I'll do a green bow this time. Very simple, fast, easy. Okay. Let's glue this on the inside. So she has her little present, or he has his present. I don't know. We'll have to, don't have a story for this one. That's okay. There we go. I just love this card. I just love it. I love cards. I love making cards. I love coming up with the designs. Sometimes, you know, I look at YouTube a lot and someone's going, oh, they do a design and go, oh, I could change the papers. I can make this with it. And that's what's really cool. So put the eyeballs. And I'll show you bling next time. I know we're really out of time. I don't want to go too long on this because it's basically the same thing over and over, and I don't want to do that to you. So when I do with the when I finish doing all the cards, I'll show you what I did. So there we go. There's card number 3. So we made 3 cards this evening, and here they are using DSP with a squirrel and a birthday. Oh, I forgot to put the present in his hand. Hold on, let me get this present. I gotta pick it up. It doesn't want to pick up. Ugh. Almost forgot to put the present in the squirrel's hand. So then there's the main present down there. There we go. There's the present. Holding it and getting ready to give to that person. That squirrel. Okay. So thank you for watching. Please like and share my video so other people can see what I'm doing. I'd appreciate that. And have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.